Hey guys, Adam Katz for dogtrainertoolbox.com as well as the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook. If you're not a member, join. It's completely free and it'll help grow your dog training business. So let me see if I can make my big head a little bit smaller. So a couple of days ago, I posted this video here in the Dog Trainer Marketing Group by Neil Patel, and he talks about a number of things. But one of the questions that came up from Christopher was, what's your opinion on pitching over the phone versus trying to educate and help? We personally feel that the more help we give just takes longer for phone calls and haven't seen much of a difference in sales. So let me pull this up so you can see me a little bit better. I'm generally speaking, I agree with Christopher. I think that the point that Neil was trying to make, I don't mean to speak for Neil Patel, but was that you need to establish rapport first, whether they call or they come in person. And in order to do that, my feeling, this is just my personal opinion, is that if you immediately go into pitch mode, or if they feel like you're immediately going into pitch mode before building rapport, there's a much higher likelihood that you're going to lose the sale. And again, this is not specific to on the phone. It includes either on the phone or in person. So how do you get around that? And how do you offer help to people without it interfering with, getting anything done? Because obviously if we try and, solve people's problems just over the phone, number one, we're wasting too much time that we're not getting paid for. And number two, probably not going to do a good job anyways. And even if you could, what's the point? We're in business to make money. So the way that I've always looked at it is this. You want to build rapport by first listening and then telling them the what, but not the how. And the first guy that I apprenticed with when I first became a professional dog trainer, was looking to become a professional dog trainer, was this Israeli guy, and he had mastered this tactic to a T. In fact, he'd use it just in his general conversation with people. He was so good at it, he had internalized it and just used it all the time. So it looks like, I'm going to give you two examples of what it looks like, one in a dog training context and one that we use just out of necessity for our AdWords management business. Many of you know that we manage Google AdWords campaigns for professional dog trainers and dog training business owners. So in the context of dog training, it would look kind of like this. So the people ask, they say, I have this problem, the dog's jumping up on me, what do we do? And I'll just briefly tell them what to do, and then they get the how to do it after they sign up for the program. So the what to do is, okay, so we need to correct the dog, right? And what does that mean? That means that the correction has to have timing so that the dog can associate either the praise when he does it right or the correction when he does it wrong with that specific behavior. The correction has to have proper timing. Has proper consistency so that the dog learns that he's going to get that negative association every time he does the behavior. And then the correction has to be motivational, which means it has to have meaning. And once you have those three things, those three components, then you're going to get really, really quick results. So how to do that, we actually get into how to do that through our training program so that you actually learn how to do it yourself and get the results that you're looking for. But that's basically the how, and then the what rather. And then the how is you're going to learn that as you go through the training program. So see, what I've done is I've explained exactly what we do, but I've done it in kind of a generic way. And that's going to lead to more questions, and that's okay. But you're going to get to a point where you have to let them know, well, listen, those questions like, how do I do that? How do I give a correction? How do I give a motivational correction? How do I, have proper timing? All of that we're going to determine when we get you in for the consultation so that we can do a temperament test to figure out what approach is best for your dog. Not all dogs react the same. Not all dogs perceive a certain type of correction the same way. And so that's where the benefit of the free consultation comes in. And so once they do come in for the free consultation, then I'm going to go over all these things. I'm going to evaluate the dog, and I'm going to let them know exactly what needs to be done. And then how we do it gets into the actual training program that they have to pay for if they want it. Now, we use the same kind of tactic out of necessity for our Google AdWords clients. When people call us up, basically they want to know, how do I get good results with Google AdWords? How do I get more desperate dog owners to call us? And the way that we do that with our Google AdWords campaigns is basically three things. Again, you could see the format. It matches exactly with what I just talked about for dog training. So for AdWords, basically there's three things that we found work a lot differently. Number one is we want to target only the money keywords. Number two, we are using a negative keyword list, and in many cases, in almost all cases, a shared negative keyword list, because there's a benefit in running a shared negative keyword list. And then number three, we use a dedicated landing page, because we found that in at least 70% of cases, that tends to work a lot better. So I've just told them what we got to do, what we do to get good results with Google AdWords, generally speaking. But I haven't gone into how to do it, because specifically with AdWords, how to do it, it could take you hundreds, if not thousands of hours to get to the point where you really understand, like, what the hell is a shared negative keyword list? What does that mean? Now, I can explain it in about 60 seconds as to what it is, but how to do that would take weeks, maybe months even, to explain the proper way to set that up. So the solution to that for the client is that we do it all for them. They don't have to worry about any of that. They don't have to learn, nothing. We've already spent that tens of thousands of hours learning this stuff, and we'll just do it for you for a small fee. So you can see, now in my actual pitch, I actually go into more detail as to what each of those things are, but I'm still talking about the what, and I'm not talking about the how. The how they get in terms of my AdWords company, we just do it for them. In regard to the dog training business, the how, maybe you do it for them if it's a board and train program, or if it's a private lesson program, the how would be something that they learn as they go through the program and you teach them. So in regard to helping them on the phone, it doesn't have to be a long drawn out thing. In fact, most of my phone calls were probably 20 minutes or less designed to book the consultation. Sometimes even 5 or 6 minutes to get them to book the consultation, depending on if they were already kind of pre-sold. So that's my take on it. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please post your questions below. But just to summarize, what we're doing, again, is we're helping them by telling them what they need to do. But I'm doing it in a way that probably is, in most cases, is going to lead to more questions, and those questions get answered when they pay for the program and we get into the how to do it. Guys, I'm Adam Katz for the Dog Trainer Marketing Group on Facebook, as well as dogtrainertoolbox.com. If you do need more dog training clients, if you need more desperate dog owners calling you, get in touch with me through dogtrainertoolbox.com. In the left-hand corner, you'll see something that says Expert Google AdWords Management for Dog Trainers Only. Just click on that, and if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see there's a link to my calendar app where you can book a free 30-minute phone consultation, and we'll get on the phone and see if what we're doing with Google AdWords would be a good fit for helping you grow your dog training business. Take care, guys.